hello.
Oh, hello.
And welcome to the Comic Queens podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Annie. And today we're super excited to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Comic Queens podcast.
This is a little bit of a guesstimate on our part, but we're calling it.
To be fair, we technically started recording the Comic Queens podcast in about May.
Yeah.
And then our first soft launch didn't go so well.
No, it did not. So we made approximately 10 episodes and had to scrap them all when we had our friend on to record with us. And she also uses mics for projects that she does and asked us why we were using our mics backwards.
It was a dark time.
It was a little sad for us, so we had to scrap those first 10 episodes after that. But we learned which way the mics face. We grew.
We've learned along the way a little bit.
On. Not too much, though, because we still had to unpublish our first actually published episode.
It's true. Honestly, like that's kind of, I think, where we're considering ourselves to have started the journey.
Yes.
Because technically it was like July 22nd of 2023. And so it just feels very cathartic to have reached an actual full year of recording and releasing episodes. It's sad we had to remove the episode. And so today I think we're talking through kind of the journey that brought us to start recording the podcast in the first place, along with some discussions of our favorite moments throughout the podcast and what we're hoping to do in season 2.
Yeah.
So in starting out, Alex, what got you into the world of webcomics?
So to start off, I got into really manga and watching anime. So the first kind of anime show that I watched was Avatar: The Last Airbender. Loved it. Absolutely loved that show. And then kind of moved on from there and started watching Attack on Titan. I started reading Attack on Titan as a manga, and then kind of from there just went on a little bit. But really what got me into the webcomic version is reading Lore Olympus. I think I've talked about this in a previous episode as well, where we were talking about some of our favorite ones that we can read over and over again. And Lore Olympus was that one for me. I actually saw it on like a Facebook ad or something and went to that link and then found this story that was not even on Webtoon, but then it was like, if you want a better reading experience, do this on Webtoon. So I did that, downloaded the app, and then started reading it there. And then from there, I started reading a couple of other ones, Siren's Lament, Devil Number 4, and
so good.
Yeah, that one's a great one. We both love that one. The other one that I read is The Dragons. I can't think of the name. The 2 dragons. Sub-Zero. That is the other one that I read. And so from there, I kind of got into it a little bit, but then really like just fell so in love with Lore Olympus that I didn't want to read anything else until someone, maybe named Annie, very persistently told me to read Finding Camellia. I'm sure you've never heard about that one before.
Rude.
And actually, so this is like how we started the podcast too, because we were talking about webcomics on our way up to the Children's Museum. It was me and you and your brother-in-law. And so the two of us were just going back and forth, telling stories about different webcomics. And your brother-in-law is sitting in the back seat. Poor unfortunate soul has to listen to us ramble on for probably an hour and a half. I think that's how long the drive was. And yeah, that's like really where I got started with it. I started reading on Manta, Semantic Error. That was the first one I read on there because you were describing it to me. I was walking on my treadmill and then it was like 5 a.m. and we were talking on the phone because that's just unfortunately who we are.
That's just the relationship we have. Yeah. It's pretty unfortunate.
So, or pretty great, you know, who's to say?
I mean, I guess it depends on who's asking, but yes.
So you were telling me about that one specifically, and I just knew, like, when I heard the description of that story, I was like, I need to read this right now. So I downloaded Manta, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, do the free version. You get one episode a day. Very quickly made it through all of the free episodes, and then thought, okay, I can't wait anymore. I need this app. So then went to the monthly subscription. When they came out with the yearly subscription, I automatically got that. Started getting into the coins for webtoons. Like, really, that's just where it kind of snowballed until we get to the point that we're at today, where we're reading across multiple different platforms all over the place, and really anything and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of gone off the rails a little bit.
It has.
Out of control. But yeah, honestly, my start with webcomics was somewhat similar. I was not super open to the idea of manga and anime, like, growing up. Like, I kind of resisted it almost because I thought that was, like, the cool thing to do. My sister, who has incredible and impeccable taste, was watching Shaman King, and so we kind of watched that together. Manga turned anime. She read Inuyasha, and we would watch that together a little bit. I kind of got into the manga scene, so I read some Naruto and some Full Metal Alchemist. And one of my personal favorites, which is an actual very obscure one called Midori Days.
Yes, you've told me about this one.
Essentially about a high school bully whose fist turns into a human girl. And I mean, I'm just going to leave that with you there. You should look it up.
Everyone needs to experience that themselves.
Yeah, it's a personal experience. But kind of read those and then just kind of tapered off from it. Like, interest went in different directions. I was super involved in extracurriculars in high school and just kind of like wasn't really focused. Was never really a reader, ironically. Now, if you ask everyone, they're like, what are you talking about? But it just was never my scene. And so come like college, I still never really had any interest. And then when I met my now husband, he was super into watching all the different anime. He kept up on like Viz Media. So he had like webcomics on his phone and like a subscription going. And he started introducing me to all of these different anime that we loved, to the point we watched like Spy Family together as a family with the kids. And we watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And it really just kind of like the taste spiraled from there. I will say, when it comes to the actual introduction to webcomics, my husband was like, you have to read these. Like, I know you'll love them. It's like, it's close or similar to a manga, but you'll love the coloring in it. Like, the art is wonderful. Like, I know you'll enjoy it. And shocking to probably nobody except for me, I was like, wow, he has impeccable taste. But he introduced me, and essentially I just kind of clicked on an ad for like the first thing that I saw, which was Manta, and it was Under the Oak Tree. It's not like one of my personal favorites. I will say that's kind of a controversial feeling.
Yeah,
I know like
very popular.
Everyone loves Under the Oak Tree. It's just like the main character, she frustrates me a little.
Looks wise though, it does feel like one you would click on with her gorgeous curly red hair.
Oh, she's beautiful. The art design and everything like that, it's all beautiful. It's just the story frustrates me.
Yeah.
So from there, I started reading more. I did read the Finding Camellia novel and fell head over heels with it. Shocking nobody. And then I slowly dove into other platforms. So I was like, oh, I'm already paying for this subscription, but I already feel like I'm reading so many here. And then I started reading on Webtoon, and my first one on Webtoon was Devil Number 4. I could not put it down, like to the point that it's a daily pass now, but I've purchased all of it. So I can reread it whenever I want. It's the best feeling in the world.
I think that's the one where we kind of realized, oh, this is a shared interest we have.
Yes. And we have similar tastes.
Yes.
So it just kind of made sense that we should sit down and talk about everything we read together. To the point it kind of got a little crazy. Like phone calls every morning.
Yeah.
and going to the gym and talking about it.
Yeah.
And going for coffee and talking about it. And then we were just kind of wondering if other people also loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we decided to join the Reddit pages. We decided to branch off and like make lists of what we were reading.
Oh, yeah. The list, I think, really, cemented our status of crazy.
Our obsession. Yeah. To the point, like, we have shown people our spreadsheet, which is over like, 450 at least.
Yep.
And I haven't updated it in like months.
So we just recently went to a Niall Horan concert.
Yes.
Just a side note, it was fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to get new clothes because concert, you got to get new outfits. And one of the guys at one of the stores that we went to was showing us his anime list, and it was cute. Aw, there were a few on there. But so I, of course, had to get out our spreadsheet and be like, oh yeah, here's the ones that we are interested in and have read and have all of our status updates of completed, in progress, finished, all of that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So had to go do that, of course. But I just feel like that's really when we, got super, super into it. I will say, you were definitely like the push for the podcast, because we kept joking about it. We were like, we should make a podcast. We kept joking with your brother-in-law, like, we're gonna all three make a podcast. And then all of a sudden you come over and you're like, I bought microphones. I was like, oh, okay. I guess we're serious.
I'm
about
sorry.
this.
Do you think I fuck around? Do you think I'm joking?
I mean, no, I didn't think you were joking, but I just don't have the follow-through that you have with that.
I'm dedicated.
Yeah.
There is nothing you can put past me. There is dedication there. I will say, I am so grateful all the time that we've continued through with it, because I do know that it can be a really niche interest. Mm-hmm. But when you find people, and we've found several people at this point who have the same interests, are interested in the same stories, it is so great to find people who love and are just as passionate about the things you love as you are. And so it's been a really nice way to find people with those common interests. Like, shout out to Maria and to Lily and Naomi, who have been wonderful at talking with us just as passionately about everything that we love, giving us recommendations on things they love as well. Because that's also really scary, to put yourself out there and just hope that somebody enjoys what you enjoy. Mm-hmm. So, like, kudos for putting themselves out there too.
Gotta say, though, just to take it up even another notch, like, I feel like even if no one listened, we would still make it just for us and listen to ourselves. We have listened to ourselves while we're together.
I will say, to be fair, we've had so many audio issues, we have to listen.
That's true.
Because we didn't find out until recently that our first episode was in like slow motion.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, because it was not in slow motion when I published it. I know it wasn't. I have listened to that episode multiple times, because I've gone back to go and like note down what comics we've talked about in what episodes. And so I know that I've listened to that and never heard that before. And then like we just happened to hear that when we had new friends listening, and we wanted to like show them the beginning. And
I know.
We're like, oh no, what's happened?
Now, this is not the first time we have had episodes released in slow motion. And I don't know why this is a common trend.
I'm not sure how it happens. I don't know if it's the way that I download it. So any audio issues, that's on me. I'm the one downloading the episodes. I'm the one doing the editing. So, sometimes there's an error. It's a user error.
It's a passion project. So it doesn't have to be perfect.
The greatest one was, though, when we did our breaking news.
For Trophy Husband?
Yeah, we did breaking news for Trophy Husband, and then when we went and listened back, like, it did work, but there was a version of it where it was in slow motion, and we have tried to use that same breaking news, like, do-do-do-do-do-do, and every time it just devolves into hysterical laughter, because always hear the slowed down version in our heads.
Yeah, I just sound like I'm 10 octaves lower.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It suits me. Really. I mean,
But I think it suits the topic too, breaking news. Like,
yeah. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Maybe at this point, like, we'll be able to do it again. Like, we've gotten it out of our system.
Probably not.
No.
We have come a super long way, though. Honestly, it's hard to believe that it's been a year. So I am curious. I mean, now that we've done third time's the charm, this is the third time you and I have talked about our origin story.
Yes.
But from there, what have been your favorite moments of recording the podcast?
Okay. Well, I have to say, like, I love our origin story episode. I love the title, The Same But Different, because I just feel like we've always said we're the same but different, like, for the last 10 years, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it really describes us. We have the ice cream soup and cookie milk, which are just fun childhood
weird
things that we made. So, like, I mean, we just have that. So that is always and forever, like, my favorite. But then otherwise, like, I loved the FMK episodes. I thought those were really fun to make. And I loved the interview with Maria, too. I know that that's going to be one of your favorites.
Oh, my gosh. Absolute favorite.
But it was so much fun to just, like, talk to another person.
I know. I mean, honestly, you kind of get that fame effect because, hi, Maria, we love you. But to sit there and admire week over week somebody's art, their process, everything, and to get just that deeper understanding and view, but also to get to know the person who's making it, like, it really just puts so much of it in perspective for you. I will say that is, like, one of my favorite moments, obviously, because All Colors of Snow is and forever will be one of my favorite webcomics ever. But it just was such a neat way to approach webcomics in, like, a new light for us. So that was really fun. I'm super grateful all the time. I will say, as a quick aside, All Colors of Snow also has a game out now. So if you have not played this yet, you can go to your internet browser and type in glow.art and you can find the All Colors of Snow game. I have played it backwards and forwards to every single ending possible. Shocking, probably nobody. But it is so much fun. It's also a really great way to kind of live out your webcomics in, like, your own fashion.
I do love a choose your own adventure.
I know. I mean, and honestly, what better story to do it with? So again, like, it's the art, it's the everything. It's just so great to meet people who have those same passions. And Maria is just, like, on a complete other level with everything that she's doing. So always super happy to look at that. I will say, too, some of my favorite episodes have been the buddy reads.
Oh,
because
I do love those.
We don't always read the same stories. So it's been nice to make sure we're on track and reading the same story, but also, like, discovering the new episodes together. So we're not, like, super out of sync, like, you need to read this because we're reading it at the same time.
Yeah, I think that with a thriller, too, like, that is a really good genre for a buddy read, because then we can just have the crazy off the wall theories for every episode.
Oh my gosh, I know. And speaking of crazy and off the wall, the rest of the ones that come to mind for me as to, like, what has made this podcast so fun are episodes like the FMK episodes where we just get to be our deranged selves, or episodes like our free-for-alls where we just talk about anything and everything that's exciting to us.
Yeah, those are fun.
Because there's a lot that we get excited about.
I feel like we are more deranged than we were when we did the original FMKs, and we might need to do another one just to see how it devolved.
Do we start out season 2 with FMKs?
We might have to.
I mean, there are so many webcomics we would like to do some things with.
We'll just look at the spreadsheet and see which ones we talked about last time. Make sure we don't talk about any of those guys. There are tons of new guys and gals that we can talk about in a new FMK.
This is true. So I think that brings us to our final point, which is what is yet to come for season 2 of Comic Queens. I We'd love to play more games and have more fun with it. Our hope is to have some special guests come on where we play some sorts of like dating kind of style games with webcomic characters, as well as some FMK episodes. A lot more of discovering new webcomics in general. So obviously plenty of new content to talk about. But also something that I would definitely like to do in season 2 is you will notice we have an updated picture coming up as well.
Yes.
So very, very many thanks to Maria, who was so kind as to draw Alex and I updated version. So that we can have a brand new look and feel for season 2.
Very excited to reveal that. I think other than that, one thing that I'm super interested in is more book to webcomic comparisons. We read a lot of books too, and I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Like that is, I consume a lot of media that way. And so I really just want to see like, you know, more connections there, some crossovers, like different genres and things. That would be really good.
Forever looking for my sheep detective webcomic. So just still throwing that out there. We found a couple stories with sheep.
Yeah.
And I will say, I've noticed one on Manta that has a cute little sheep in there.
I have not read that one yet, but it looks cute. It's video game themed too. It's a sheep video game. I think this might be our perfect one.
Sheep video game. What a unique genre.
Should we start another buddy read with this one?
I feel like we probably should.
I think we can. We can have 2 buddy reads going on at the same time, right?
I will say, so this one is called Choose Your Heroes Carefully. It does have an adorable sheep icon.
Yes.
And I guess technically I'm saying I haven't found my sheep detective, but I haven't read it yet.
We're going to read this one as a buddy read. I'm calling it now, and we're going to find out.
We're going to have to find out. And so will you all once we finally read it.
Please buddy read with us.
Exactly. But again, thank you all so much for listening with us today, for listening with us for the last year. It's been so amazing talking with you all, talking to you all about everything that has us so excited. We're really looking forward for another year of recording super fun content, giving all of our recommendations, descriptions, what have you, about everything that has us excited. And again, if you have anything you're wanting to share with us, reach out in the contact in the description. But looking forward to talking to you in season 2.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Bye!
Bye!